Yo, guys. Okay, so today I'm going to explain how we beat the system, how we beat Babylon. And this book, Handbook for a New Paradigm, is a book that me and my mother study. She's actually behind the camera. So I'm going to speak to her about this. This is from page 3. So I'm just going to jump straight in. This is how we, as a collective, knowing that this is a spiritual war, how do we beat the Babylon system? How do we even have a chance of defending ourselves in World War III when we're going up against mass energy weapons and the poisoning of food, and they've got the biggest armies ever? How do we even stand a chance? Okay, so this is from the book Handbook for a New Paradigm, page 3. Listen carefully to what I'm about to say. Those who have brought you to this point know your current human nature so well that every possibility you can think of has been blocked. Every cell of resistance is well known by them and is allowed to exist because it has a purpose in their plan, i.e. Russell Brand, Andrew Tate. They give us these false idols, these antichrist characters, because they know that we're rising and they know that we're going to try and resist it. We're going to try and, let's all go to the park and let's have a protest. Then they give us the leader of the protest, who's no doubt a Freemason or a psyop or someone that works within the system, so that instead of taking us towards freedom, they're taking us towards prison, spiritual prison. And we're just going around looping and looping. Yeah, so this is what it's saying. Let me read that again. Those who have brought you to this point know your current human nature so well that every possibility you can think of has been blocked. Every cell of resistance is well known by them and is allowed to exist because it has a purpose in their plan. Now, you must come into the understanding that there is a passage through this experience for mankind, but you must move into a creative stance, not a resistive stance. So if we're in like a resistive posture, yeah, we're going to lose. They're going to wipe us out in a second. Yeah, we have to be in a creative stance. Let me say that one more time. Now, you must come into the understanding that there is a passage through this experience for mankind, but you must move into a creative stance, not a restrictive posture. This is not what is expected of you based on your past modes of experience. I can assure you that your history has been analyzed and studied by minds and computer models to the point that you are known to an extent that you can't even imagine. They know us more than we even know ourselves. They literally can predict what we are going to do in revolution. And so they give us these false avenues and paths to go down. Again, I can assure you that your history has been analyzed and studied by minds and computer models to the point that you are known to the extent that you can't even imagine. Every reactive scenario has been dissected to the cellular level and restrictive actions planned for each of them. You are faced with the possibility of your extinction unless you can make a cosmic leap to a level of creative imagination that will completely nullify those plans. And we was talking about this in one of my other videos. This is true law of attraction, creating and co-creating a new timeline as we move into the age of Aquarius, not allowing the Babylon system to co-create that for us. Okay, and this is how we're going to, because this is a spiritual war, so they're knocking us down into fear. All the blackouts are coming. Oh my God, all of these political conversations, race war, MK Ultra is happening, and we're dropped in fear, and we're not then able to co-create a benevolent utopia because we're rising above it. So, as it says here, every reactive scenario has been dissected on the cellular level and restrictive actions planned for each of them. You are faced with the possibility of your extinction unless you make a cosmic leap to a level of creative imagination that will completely nullify those plans. Cries and begging to be relieved of this situation by God or Jesus, Muhammad, or the Buddha will not do it. So we're moving away from these ideas of these religious deities coming and saving us. It's our own activation of Christ consciousness. It's our own Buddhahood within. Yeah, it's not waiting, because that's the age of Pisces, waiting for some savior to come. We are the savior. We're the people we've been waiting for. So cries and begging to be relieved of the situation by God or Jesus, Buddha, or Muhammad will not do it. You have allowed this evil to descend upon you, and so it is you, individually and collectively, that must take it upon yourself to conceive the solution. A new consciousness change must take place within you. Not all of humanity will choose to participate. And it's one very strict sentence. I want to end it here. You have allowed this evil to descend upon you. And so it is you individually and collectively that must take it upon yourself. I had a man yesterday standing there trying to give away the Watchtower documents on the high street. He was a Jehovah's Witness. And he came up to me and my brother and he said, I can tell you why suffering happens. And I said, whoa, stand there. First of all, step out my aura. Okay. And second of all, you have the audacity to tell me you know why suffering happens. I said, brother, the fact you're wearing an outfit from Primark and you got an iPhone in your hand, that children had to go and lose their fingers in the Congo to get the minerals, that's why suffering's happening. We are all part of this system. We have evil within us. It's when we rise above the duality of good, bad, evil, and we're actually rising above the duality that we can start to co-create a positive future. The audacity that people can tell us they know why suffering's happening. We have to look in the mirror and recognize, wow, I just bought something from Temu, Amazon. I just used Deliveroo. I just went to Primark. I just bought night clothing. I just bought something from Amazon. We are co-creating an evil realm. And we have to, and I'm saying it, I've got these shoes from Temu. I'm not pretending I'm not part of this system. But I'm saying we have to first of all take our rose-tinted glasses off, stop saying it's their fault, and take full responsibility for our own microcosmic energy. And we can start to change the future. Does any of this resonate, Mum? Am I making sense to you, to your generation?
Yeah, absolutely. It's about, we've been programmed
Yeah.
from generation to generation to generation.
Yeah.
I'm in my 60s.
Yeah.
And you speaking, the spoken word is the most powerful thing.
Yeah.
And where we have been so programmed, we are in so much fear.
Yeah.
And when we're in fear, we give our freedom away. We give our
and loose
soul
energy or energy
away. And then that's where they have you. So yeah, I understand this. Okay. Absolutely understand this. Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I love you, Mama.
One love.
One love.